Hello gamers, we are back with box 5 out of 6 of our beta booster box for Sorcery Contested Realms. Trying to cut the plastic and the seal this time, just to get a show on the road. We have been getting tremendous luck in all of our boxes, even if we don't get all the super banger cards in every box. Granted, we already got a foil Philosopher's Stone in the first box, so like, you know, we're already good. No matter what happens. Bless me. Sorry about that, guys. No matter what happens, we are already happy, you know, as far as bangers go. And we're getting really nice, cool cards as well, like Atlantean Fate, King of Realms, Panorama Manticores. We got that foil Elite Jester the other day. Maddening Court Jester. Love it. As per usual, the nice foily box topper. A base avatar that has good value no matter where it goes. The tokens and a bit of rubble inside, so we'll put that to the side. So last time we did one stack of packs, and the next stack of packs, and the other stack of packs. I think we're going to do it in reverse order this time, so starting from left, going to right, and we'll see how lucky we can be. So as per usual, we're going to have, I think what we're going to do is we're going to sort of spread out the cards a bit more throughout the course of the video so you can see more of them. So these two slots are going to be like uniques. These two slots are maybe going to be elites. Then we're going to have our foil elite uniques and foil like ordinaries exceptionals. And I will say, I got a comment on my first ever video talking about how the videos weren't like super cringe. Like I have a tendency to judge myself when I'm making sound effects and narrating and gloating and spending time on the art. Like I get in my own head. But I think I'm going to spend a bit more time instead of rushing. So already off to a great start. A dual threshold land, the beautiful Oasis. God, it's so beautiful. I wish I had a foil one, not necessarily because it was foiling, but I'd love to see what like the full art on the back would be. You know what I mean? Man, it's pretty. Man, it's pretty. Watchtower, very cool. Colicky Dragonettes. We already have our play set, but it's nice when you have more than just a play set because that means you can make like other decks. Because let's face it, guys, this game ain't as big as like say Magic, or it might be as big as Flesh and Blood. I'm not sure. But it's, you know, it's hard to get people to play the game. But if you have a bunch of like duplicates of like high value cards, like I think Colicky Dragonettes must be a high value card. You can make multiple decks, and that way when your friends come over and play, you can give them a deck that's good. That's not just like a starter deck. I mean, the starter decks are good. Don't get me wrong. But of course, a homemade deck is always going to have that nice personal feel to it. Oh my goodness! Starting off with an Assorted Animals. God, I love how like Brothers Grimm this card looks. It's awesome. I really like the idea of X spells in this game because it's like you can just sink your mana into it or whatever leftover mana you have. I from the few games I have played, there are plenty of turns where you're always like 1, 2, 3, and late game you're having like 4 or 5 excess mana each turn. So just having like X spells, it's just nice to see. So that's our elite here. We'll put this in the elite category, which is this square 14, square 15 on this playmat. And we'll just quickly go through the ordinaries. You know, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, Autumn River. Autumn River. I like the yellowing grass. Is it wheat? Is that wheat? I can't tell if that's wheat. Is that just like yellow tall grass, like river grass, or is that supposed to be wheat? Is there like a type of wheat that's like grown right next to rivers? I mean, I think like really ancient forms of grain, like Icorn or Emmer grain from like the ancient Egypt Nile area. But yeah. So last video we had issue opening packs. Looks like we might be continuing this trend. Ooh, another pack with a nice dual threshold land. Lovely. Air and Fire in the Ruins. Fantastic. Frost Nova, Summoning Sphere, and for our unique elite, a Raytanis Titan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So now we have a playset of these, which is cool. And I was looking through my cards. Man, I have a Ritagur of Snowden. Like, I really want to make a giant deck, but I don't have like any of the big giants, like the fire giants that are in Arthurian Legends. And I think there's a Balor in Gothic, which is cool, because Balor is the I think it's the Fomorian from like Tuatha De Danann lore, which is really cool. And then just going through the ordinaries. Is that a foil? I can't tell. I don't think it is foil. No, no foil. No foil. Man, I like the Cloud Spirit with the silhouette. It's just cool. Now that I've actually seen it. It's funny, I opened a bunch of those, and I only noticed the silhouette when I looked at my foil copy that I got. I was like, oh my god, the silhouette is the spirit. That's so cool. And lo and behold, it is so cool. Yeah, I could probably use a more descriptive word than, oh my god, it's so cool. But, like, that's how I feel, man. It's really cool. I also found out there's a thing called, like, a dust program for the boxes, where, like, boxes have codes on the back of them. And if you enter that into the internet somehow... Well, let me shut up for a second. What do we got? An Far East Assassin. Now we have an extra one of those. Very nice. But yeah, ooh, there's a foil incoming. Foil incoming. What do we got here? Hiya! Ooh, a Simple Village. Now I know, oh, Simple Village, who cares? Ooh. I love this card. Why? Because in my King Arthur deck, my all elemental knight deck, I use a card called Knighthood. And so these kind of lands, even though they're just one threshold, which is like what you really don't want in that deck, I use these to get like early knights with my Knighthood cards. Because what Knighthood says is it's 1 and an earth threshold, lo and behold, and you may play it to target a site that has an ordinary mortal on it, which is what foot soldiers are, and you get to play a knight from your hand to that location. And it's like, so cards like this, fantastic. Love it. So that's going to go in the foil ordinary exceptional section here. And we'll go through the rest of it. But as I was saying, the dust program, so I don't know if that's the right way of putting it, program, but on the back of each box is like a secret code that you can scratch off, or on the later sets, it's just there and you gotta scan it like a little QR code. Ooh, whoa. This pack is tight. Almost started bending the cards. And when you enter this dust, like when you buy a bunch of sealed product, eventually you get so many cards or so much dust that you can like redeem them from rewards online. So I don't know exactly how that works, but I'm interested in engaging with it with how many sealed boxes I got, you know? Ooh, a bottomless pit. So now we have a play side of this card. Come on, try and fly here, or try and enter here without flying. I dare you. Fall for eternity. So cool. So cool. I remember when I first opened that card, I like instantly clocked what it would do. Like if you're not flying, you get punished. Ooh, it looks like there's another foil in here. What the heck? A Spire Lich. Ooh, so I think this card is an evil card. I mean, obviously it's a Lich. But this card is like so good. Put it on a Gothic Tower or a Dark Tower, and ooh, so powerful. Oh, it's cool. Like his actual body isn't super foily, but the sort of smoky, like necromantic aura behind him, like the plumes of decay and death, are super foily. So it's like he's a darkness piercing an otherwise shiny background. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, 2 foils back to back is kind of cool. Is it weird that I like the village foil more than the Spire Lich? Probably. I mean, I'm just like that, you know? Like, some people will appeal to, like, the necromancy and the dark magic and stuff. But me, I like that, like, sort of humble, rustic background. Everyday mortals rising up for the good of others. That's my kind of jam. Oh, my goodness. This court jester is playing a joke on me, man. I keep getting him. Too many of him. Anything but you, bro. Come on. We've seen enough of you. I guess we'll put the court jester... Oh, ooh, I don't want my cards to bump edges and get like little micro rolls on the paper. That would be awful. Minor explosions, so cool. Miracle workers. Oh, there we go. Speaking of something for the Spire Lich to stand on top of, here you go, your lone tower. Get your spell casting, get your range, get your power up. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I will say, Beta seems to be such a nice, like, wholesome set, and it's like a set that has cards that are gonna definitely pair things in the future. Like, this game is really intent on... Ooh, a Sneak Thief. I don't think we've seen this before. Oh, no, yes, we have. So now we have a playset of them. An elite mortal burgles and borrows. Stealth. Tap. Steal an artifact out of the hands of another target unit here and stay stealth. So good. Seems like such a BS ability. But yeah, now that I'm on my 5th box, I can safely say that this has been an amazing experience, just like cracking packs, like seriously. I mean, granted, it's gambling at the end of the day, and real talk, I really despise gambling, like at casinos and stuff. I think it's super predatory. But with a product like this, it's not just like gambling for the sake of money. You get to play a game with it. And one of the things I really like about card games before they get like super interneted is that people don't net deck a bunch. Ooh, nice, a windmill. We'd love to see that. Ooh, a mixed air. A mixed air. Lovely. And I like it when like you get packs and you just crack packs and make a deck and you make it work. Ooh, we got a foil coming up. A Host Eagle. Very good. Pick up my weak minions and toss them in shining, spectacular, pluming fashion. Or plummeting fashion, because I guess he's dropping them from the skies. But yeah, I like how new this game is, relatively speaking, compared to like Match or even Flesh and Blood at this point. As much as I love Flesh and Blood, that community, whew, you have to like play the top tier version of your character to even have a chance. They tried to save the format with this new game, or this new version called Silver Age. Ooh, there we go. Island Leviathan, we got our place out of these guys now. That's huge. But, sorry, I'm talking about other card games and my misgivings. I'm always going to have a misgiving about something, I think my misgiving with Sorcery is that the player base is relatively small, at least where I am. I mean, I'm going to be going to San Francisco to see what kind of communities I can find down there, which would be really cool. Because, Sorcery really just... I think the nice thing that Sorcery has going for it, truly, is because this game is so like art and theme oriented, it's going to attract players that are more about like beauty than power, if that makes sense. A magnetic muzzle, ugh, still gives me the creeps. Still gives me, honestly, I want to put him under the rest of the elites. I don't want this guy staring at me through the rest of this box opening, Get out of here, buddy. Bone Rabble. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, like, look at this art. Look at that creepy face. The evil dredge of darkness getting pushed away by holy magic. Ordinary magic to expose the unholy. Like, beautiful. Fantastic. I keep opening these packs quick, like going through the cards quickly, with the assumption that you guys already know these things. You guys are mainly here to see what bangers I open. Oh my god, if I can open them... Wow, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, look at that. Look, I opened the pack so poorly that you can see a little bit of a roll, a bit of duff on the edge of the card there. I don't know if you can see it, like that little white mark. Yeah, I need to be careful. Had this Haunt, Bane Widow. Whoa, what is this? A Maelstrom? Oh, this is the unique blue site. I was wondering when I'd get the unique blue site. Maelstrom, a unique site of... inelectable malevolence? What does inelectable mean, I wonder? I mean, malevolence everyone knows. But inelectable? I would guess drawing or pulling? Because, like, maelstroms suck things in? I don't know. Let's see what it does, though. At the start of your turn, you may pull in each minion in this body of water one step. Wait, hold on. How does that read? At the start of your turn, you may pull in each minion in this body of water. So it's not you may pull each minion individually. So you either have to pull all of them in the body of water or none of them, if I'm reading that correctly. Interesting. Well, now I got every single one of the unique threshold lands, or like single threshold lands, which is really nice. I got a Pristine Paradise, which I'm super happy about. The card's beautiful. I think that or the elite color choosing site from Arthurian Legends. I want to get a playmat of either Pristine Paradise or, what is it, Bountiful Valley? I'm forgetting what it's called, but I have a playset of them. I have two of them. It's just so pretty. Silvering Giant, Wings of Invention, Fey Changeling, funny. Ooh, Hounds of Onderos. I like these guys, like, flavor-wise, they're like the creatures that you could never escape from. You can't fly away from them because they have airborne. You can't crawl in a cave to hide from them because they have burrowing. You can't, sink beneath the deepest part of the seas because they have submerge. And you can't even escape reality because they have void walk. And you know what? Even if you're a great sleuth and you have stealth, you lose stealth when you're near him. Like, ultimate hunter, truly. The pinnacle of predators. Crazy. Pinnacle of predators? Look at that! That was even... Ooh, we got a foil right after Scarabs. It is... Ooh, a Spring River. Oh, man. Oh, wow. God, just seeing like foiling on a nice, beautiful body of water. I mean, this card was already one of the most beautiful sights in the game. And now it's just like thematically a nice sunny day, a nice shining, sunny, foily day. It's kind of cool seeing sights with the foil like raising. I don't know, something about like just the lining being so long and raised. It's nice. It's got an extra framing. I don't know. It's beautiful. So nice. Oh my! Oh, ha ha ha! Spring River, Spring River. Ha ha. All right, last pack from this row. That was a lot of foils. That was a lot of foils for one row. That's insane. What? 12 packs, or sorry, 11 packs, I should say, and 4 foils. Oh my god. There we are. See what we got here. Mountain Pass, we're good. I mean, it's a good card. It's just exceptionals. A browse. Now, this is a banger card. Don't get me wrong. Banger card. However, I already own one. That just means I get to trade it away. Perfect. Love it. Such a good card. So I know like the mixes of air and the stone and philosopher's stone, that's the power 9. I think browse, I think the mixes, I get they're strong. I do. But they're elites. We can't say that elites are power 9. Like the browse has to be it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Well, not maybe. Definitely on that mark. No, not definitely. I'm just joking. Oh, a little Geomancer. Hello. Hello there, Mr. Geomancer. You know what? Let's pull out the entire stack. Entire row here. There we are. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right, row 2. See what we got. See what we got. Show me what you got. God, what is that a reference to? I think it might be Rick and Morty. God, I think I was still in high school when that show came out. Holy moly. Man, time does pass. Peregrine Apparition. Man, I really wish this creature was a beast, because then I could put Sir Tom Thumb on it, and it'd be so cool. Airborne, Void Walk, and +3 movement. Just so cool. By the way, I knew this a while ago, but I feel like I need to point this out. When you defend with a unit, if it has movement increased amount, you can defend from that many spots away. So this creature is like the ultimate defender. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. Of course, it's a weak unit, so it's like not that ultimate. You get what I'm saying. Ooh, Unlikely Alliance. So we haven't seen this card before. Let's figure it out. 4 mana, 1 air threshold, Unlikely Alliance. Oh, I love the art on that. What the heck? What does it remind me of? I mean, it just reminds me of, like, Winter Hard Times. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Hansel and Gretel, but not like Hansel and Gretel and the Witch, but like the parents that would send the kids away because of, like, tough times. Anyways, Unlikely Alliance. Elite Magic forges a strange coalition. I wonder if you could have made an alliteration in there. I don't know. Draw a card for each rarity among allied minions. Wait, that seems really good. What? There are 3 rules for winning a war. Unfortunately, nobody knows what they are. What? That must be a reference to something that I don't know. There are 3 rules for winning a war. Unfortunately, nobody knows what they are. I like that. Well, sweet. Can't believe we're on our 5th box and we're still seeing cards that we've never seen before. Granted, it's an elite, so it's, it's in that rarity slot, but still. I mean, I've seen like 10 trillion court jesters, but court jester giving me a laugh, pranking me, even showing up as a little foily fella. He knows what he's doing. I swear these packs have a sense of humor. Like I'll say stuff in previous videos, and then I'll open a pack and like, bing bang, it just happens to match what I was saying. So there's a foil in here. We just saw it. But what is it? But first, ooh, a Rift Valley. Okay, I like this card. I haven't like figured out exactly how you would pull apart a partial row or column to make a void. I assume it just means like it can't be like a fully blocked out row or column. And so like you just separate them to a degree to play this Rift Valley, which I think could be a really brutal way of messing up your opponent's ability to like, play sites. But this is an elite, so in the elite section it goes. This looks a little messy. This looks a little messy. I will say the glare seems to be not as bad this time. Okay, what's our foil? A Polar Explorers. We've never even seen this elite before. And the first time we get it, it's a foil? What does it do? 2 mana, 2 water threshold. So you need to probably play this in a purely water deck. Pure water deck. You know what? In Magic the Gathering, they have terms like Wooburg and Gruul and all this. I wonder if in this game, we call it polymental. Instead of like elemental, polymental for like all the elements. Like fire, water, or fire and ice, or like, you know, wind and stone. Like, you know, that goes off the boat. What do you say for something that's like every element? Polymental, I think. I think that's a good term. Anyways, you don't want this card in a polymental deck. You want this in a pure water deck. Distilled water deck. 2 mana, 2 water threshold, 2 power. So directly on rate. Let's see what it does, though. Elite Mortals on an icy expedition. Allied units here can move as if the top and bottom edges of the realm were connected. Oh, so it's like the king and the polar bears. Wait, that's awesome. That's our first foil elite / unique. So in the foil unique elite slot, it will go. Oh, I love Unravel. Every single time I see it, I'm like, dang, it's so good looking. I like that sort of return to nature sort of look. It's just such a, it's such a good like concept to me. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, Aqueduct, nice. Whoa, Cerberus and Chains. We haven't seen this before. Oh, it's a unique as well. Hold on. So it's a 3 for 5. Uh-oh, it's going to have a downside. Let's find out. A unique demon on a short leash. Must be summoned to your location. So I assume that means your avatar's location. Cerberus and Chains automatically follows you and can't move itself away. Ah, because it's the guard dog. The 3-headed guard dog. It can't move itself. Wait, it can't move itself away. Does that mean it can be moved by other spells? And it automatically follows you. So I imagine, let's say hypothetically, you move with your avatar. Does this guy tap and move? Or does he just take a step without tapping? Interesting. I wonder. Beast of Burden. Blink seems like a good card. I need a... Seems like just a nice value card you can put in any deck that's running wind. Nice. We're already up to 3 uniques. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. You know, it's kind of crazy. I still haven't really figured out the amount of uniques one can expect from a box. Or foils, for that matter. All right. All right. I like Fireball. Ooh, another Crater Eyes. I mean, we have a bunch of them, but it's still such like a condemning card. Look at that. Just blowing everything up. So cool. Grey Wolves. Always need Grey Wolves. Ah, Polar Bears. You match the Polar Explorers. Oh, they're called Polar Explorers, Polar Bears. Duh. Of course they're going to have the same ability. I should have caught that when I read the name the first time. Oh, wow. I was pulling a little too hard because I've been having problem opening them packs. Shield Wall, Lucky Charm, Monastery Gargoyle, and a Gross Poltergeist. All right. I like your Gross Poltergeist, but I got a foil one of you and a bunch of others. You're kind of like the Jester at this point. Possessing my cards. Ooh, we got a foil right after this Amazon Warriors. And it is... Wow, we put in 3 foil sights? I don't think we've gotten a single foil sight in the other 4 boxes, and we got 3 in this one. I wonder if there's like a weird... I wonder what the printing and foiling like pack dissemination process is for Sorcery. Because I have noticed, like in our first box, we got a foil Philosopher's Stone and a regular Philosopher's Stone. And now we're getting like foil sights when all our other packs or all our other boxes had no foil sights. I wonder if there's like some weird code system that sort of predetermines like a pattern of cards that get like, you know, diffused throughout the boxes. I don't know. It's cool though, I like it. Phantasmal Shade, Iceberg. I actually like Iceberg. You know, you'd think you'd want it in a deck to like... I think it's like a tech card you use in a multi-elemental deck, a polymental deck. Because most water decks are going to want to like surface and submerge all the time. But Iceberg, it stops that from happening. Ooh, what is this? Crown of the Victor. Unique. 3 mana, a unique relic for Champions Triumphant. This is a multiplayer card where it gets stronger the more you beat a player. Bearer has +3 if they've ever killed a minion. Ooh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That explains why. Oh, that explains why the wrist holding up is covered in blood. Ah. The gods see their glory in you this day. Very nice. I like that a lot, actually. Is that another foil? Yeah, we have another foil coming up. What the heck? What the hecky? It's another unique as well. Love to see it. All right, after this boss scroll, I think it's the foil. After the boss troll, it's a foil bridge troll. Very nice. Ooh, what the heck? Look at how his like eyes light up past the rest of his form. It makes him look almost like a ghastly silhouette. Ew, it really makes him pop out. Freaky. His eyes almost look like they're hollow and sunken. Well, I think they are supposed to be sunken, but hollow? Not sure about that. Looks freaky. Man. Man, oh man. Ooh. Okay, let's not destroy the cards inside, Sam. Let's be intelligent here. Spiralish, we just got a foil one of you, bucko. Tide Naiads, and whoa. Now this looks like a fucking Tower of Babel. What is this? Pillar of Zyros, a unique site of Forgotten Aeons. Wait, so this is the Earth unique. I thought the Earth unique was Agartha. Maybe there's multiple single element unique sites. Maybe there's like 2 of each. Uh-oh, that means I need to get quite a lot more to complete them then. Genesis, banish all dead minions and you heal 1 for each. Now for other people that are used to other card games where you have no maximum life total, in Sorcery you normally have a maximum of your starting life total, that being 20. So you think healing a bunch at one time is really good, but the other mechanic in this game is when you go to 0 life, instead of losing outright, you go to what's called Death's Door, where you have to take another source of damage to lose. But when you're at Death's Door, you can't gain life. So gaining life in this game is like a really like mid-game balancing act, because you don't want to gain life early when you're at full health because you can't go above 20, and you don't want to be gaining life when you're on Death's Door because you can't gain life. So it's like a nice balancing act. It's honestly really genius if you think about it. Like no other card games are like that. Very smart. Alrighty. Swamp Buffalo. This guy looks mean Joe Green. What are the what's that like species of bovine or buffalo that's extinct? It was around during the ancient Greeks. They wrote about it. I think they wrote about it in ancient Rome as well. It's not a hippopotamus, you know, it's like that's the thing that gets memed about how, you know, manuscript scholars, when they tried to depict a hippopotamus, they'd like draw like this weird chimeric creature. What was it? Was it an auroch? It might have been an auroch. Or a catoblepus, maybe? I don't know. And we got a Sisters of Silence. Well, that completes our playset of them. So other nearby minions lose all non-basic abilities. I haven't looked this up, but I assume I assume a basic ability is like a keyword ability, like airborne or charge or stealth or lethal, you know, or submerge, burrowing. I wonder if it gets rid of waterbound and landbound. Maybe. Maybe. So that could be like a benefit. You could enable your guys to go in a bit more. All right. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Wow, we're already halfway through this box. That's like so crazy to think about. Already halfway through. No way, no way. Whoa. Whoa. I feel like I'm opening these packs. I don't remember my like first 2 boxes opening them being this difficult. Whoa, Sky Baron. We haven't seen this before, and it's an elite. 6 mana for 6 power. An elite spirit and Welkin Overlord. Airborne. All other minions lose airborne. Ah, he's the Sky Baron. No, none shall soar above him. That seems really cool. I wonder if there's like... Oh, you know what you could do with this? You could play, like, I wonder if there's like a relic or a monument that says all units gain airborne. And you play like a bottomless pit, and like over the course of the game, you bait your opponent to like fly over the bottomless pit, and then you play Sky Baron, and boom, they all just plummet. That would be really sick, actually. And he's an elite. Love to see it. Oh, we got another foil. Another foil incoming. I think it's a site. It is. It's a remote desert. Oh, man. Okay, I'm telling you, man. 4 foil sites in 1 box. There's definitely some some chicanery going on with the printing process. That is cool, though. I like it. This chicanery. And he gets to be a sorcery player. What a sick joke. I've never actually watched Better Call Saul. I only know the memes. All right, what do we got here? Whoa, skipping ahead there. And a rest in peace. We've got our playset of this already, but I just like the art of it. Honestly, ooh, imagine a full art, and on the back, you just like see the rest of the graveyard like close to you. I wonder if there's like a walkway or something. Oh man, I almost wish it was a foil so I could just pretend like I'm looking at it. Alrighty, 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 alrighty. Alrighty. Dang, we're almost done with the second stack of packs. Holy moly. So far, only five uniques is a lot. I think 5 unique. I think if I had to guess the average amount of uniques you get in a box, I think it's I'm gonna say the meme. It's an outdated meme. I think the average amount of uniques you get in a box is 6 or 7. That is, I'm saying that seriously. I do believe you will get on average 6 or 7 uniques. I think that's what. Maybe more, maybe less. Maybe I've just been lucky. You're really only supposed to get like 2. And whoa! Oh, a sinkhole! Ha ha ha! Finally got one, you buggas. Sinkhole, an elite site of impending collapse. Sacrifice sinkhole, destroy a nearby site. Yup. Seems pretty evil. Seems pretty rude. I mean, granted, you have to essentially spend a turn playing a land just to destroy a land. So if you really, and then your opponent just gets to use their turn to play a land if they need to, or play a site, I should say. And so it's like, yeah, it's good, but it's only really worth it if you're destroying like a pivotal tech piece. Like, what's that one fire site that we got that's a spellcaster? Like destroying something like that would be really good. I love Flaming Sword. It's so cool. I need to put that in my night deck ASAP. Pact with the Devil. So this is another card I think should be a, whatchamacallit, a power. Ooh, let me move that. That's my little arrow shaft that I'm using to hold up my phone. I think this should be a power 9 card. That seems good. Unique magic commands a heavy price. Sacrifice the caster or lose half your life, rounding up if you do draw 3 cards. Because the thing is, when you're on death's door, when you're at 0, if you lose life, you don't lose. You have to take damage. So like playing this while you're at 0, amazing. Super good. Crazy powerful. Granted, you'd have to use a lot of mana for it, but 4 for 3 cards and a bit of life seems pretty worth it to me. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, gamers. Final stack of packs in this box. But before we do that, let's take a quick tea break. Everybody say hello to the teacup as per usual. Hello, teacup. Hello. Blah, blah, blah. I'd show you his face, but I don't want to spill tea over everything. Delicioso. Delicioso. All right, last 12 packs. Show me what you got. I will say, out of the Power 9 cards, like the unique ones at least, we already got the Onyx Stone, Fire Core, or Onyx Core, Fire Core, Amethyst Core, and of course we got 2 Philosopher's Stone. Those are amazing pulls, don't get me wrong. But now I kind of need the Aqua Core, or whatever it's called. Maybe Turquoise Core? I don't know what it's called, actually. But we need it, because we have all the others. And if we don't get it, that would suck. It means I'd have to go out of my way to complete it. I'd rather have none at that point. A Vril Revenant, very cool. Very cool. I mean, we've already got our playset of them, but it's still cool. This is just a nice guy to sink your man. Oh, man. I love seeing Unravel, dude. I love seeing it every time. Without exception, every time. Oh, yeah. Man, wow, I just realized we've got a buttload of foils. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8 foils? Man. Man, oh, man. That is actually pretty insane. Ooh, I like Floodplain. Nightmare. Ooh, I gotta read what this does. We haven't seen it yet. 7 mana, 2 air threshold, 6 power. So air cards tend to have like a lot of void walk, like ephemeral walking around or extra movement. So I'm guessing he's gonna have something like that. Like he summons creatures in the void, like unspeakable horrors, nightmares beyond your comprehension, one could say. An elite undead of torment and terror. At the end of your turn, for each enemy minion here, you may push it to an adjacent location or void? Wait. What happens if you push a minion without void walk into the void? I assume they die, right? Right? Huh. Wow. Whew. That seems really good. Way of clearing space as well. Even if you can't push them to the void, you can just push them away. You can push them into bottomless pits, for example. Man, that is cool. That is cool. Driving people to madness that they walk into unreality, as like some cards like to say about the void, unreality. Alright, what do we... Ooh, that is almost like a bit of sinew. Look at how fibrous the plastic is. Jeez Louise. True Sight Crossbow. I love this card. I think it's really good, but I've already got over a playset of them. Okay. Zephyran Airship. Well, now we have a playset of these bad boys. Can carry anybody. Has a lot of movement and is airborne. Take my units across the map, baby. Love to see it. I will say, I'm going to hate having to look through all my cards again to see if I got any curios, because I'm not, like, adept enough in this game to know a curio right off the rip, you know? Like, I'd love to be able to just, like, be like, aha, that's a curio, huzzah! It'd be very funny if one of you guys pointed out that I just, like, completely passed a curio, or, like, just passing through, like, the ordinaries or something. Because I don't even know what slot they appear in. All right, what do we got here? Another Dwarven Forge. Awesome. So now we have a playset of these. Anyone may conjure weapons and armor here, and for one less. So I've been thinking about making a Battle Mage deck, where you just make a bunch of weapons and stuff that your Battle Mage carries, and just, like, kills everything. Because I have that Spear of Destiny, I have, like, Grim Arms. I have that that helmet from Arthurian Legends, where if you would take strike damage, instead you bounce it to your hand. Like, I think, man, it'd be really cool just to make a guy that's just, like, stacked with a million weapons. See how he performs. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs left. 8, not the holy 7, but 8. So let's see what we got here. Font of Life. Ooh, okay. I've said this before. I love Step, but I think I have way more of these dual threshold lands than any other one. Like, way more, by a substantial margin. Ooh, an Angel's Egg. I think that completes our playset of Angel's Eggs now, which is really nice. Just like a nice little early engine for gaining life. There's this one card from a Gothic, Orm Infester, I think, that, like, drains your opponent of 1 life and you gain a life and has Burrowing and Submerge. You just, like, put it underneath your opponent's territories and you just, like, keep sucking away their life. And the Angel's Egg is like that, but more honest, I suppose. And can go in any deck. The Orm Infester, I think, can only be... It requires, like, a water threshold or something. Okay. Swamp Buffalo. Looks kind of grumpy. Alrighty. 7 packs left. Now, after this box, we only have 1 more. Only 1 more box. I think when I get to the last box, even though I'm, like, super grateful for all the amazing pulls I've had, the last box is where I'm going to be anxious about, like, you know, getting stuff that I haven't gotten yet, you know, like that Water Core. Alright, Free City, the city that fights back. A Twist of Fate! We've already got one of these bad boys, but it's cool kind of seeing it, because this is like a kind of card I'd like to put in multiple decks. You know? Like, imagine one player Twist of Fate and the other player Twist of Fate's right after. It's like, nothing happened. Call it a Twist of Normalcy then, I don't know. Oh, it's a unique, sorry, it's a unique. Let me put that in the unique section. What am I doing? What am I doing? Put some respect on that Twist of Fate. Ooh, we got a foil right after Amazon Warriors, a foil. A foil Immortal Throne? Foil unique. Dang. That is... I kind of want to see what the path going up to the throne is like. Ooh. Actually, you know what's really cool is like the upper extra bit of like brighter light like beaming down into the sight here. That's cool. Dang. Foil unique is pretty good. Pretty good. Wow. Man. Am I just like stupid lucky? Or is this like what boxes are normally like? I actually don't want you guys to answer that question because then I'll feel bad and be worried if I'm just stupid lucky. I'll be like, okay, I'm never touching it again. I want to quit while I'm ahead, you know what I mean? But if this is what it's normally like, I mean, everyone needs to get a box in, like, honestly. Because, like, all these boxes have been amazing. Flaming Sword, Holy Ground, and a Diluvian Kraken. So now we have an extra one, which is cool. And let's go through the rest. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh my goodness. This is our 5th to last pack. Siege Ballista. Good card. Cornerstone. I wish it worked with Pathfinder the way I thought it did. Nice. A Maze Minotaur. I think we already had a playset of them, but I just like this guy. It's thematic. You know, it's the Maze Minotaur. He creates a maze around himself. Nobody may leave a nearby location, essentially. Or rather, enemy minions can't. Oh, so that means your minions can attack sites that are like 2 nearby steps away from the Maze Minotaur. And if your enemy has minions that are nearby the Maze Minotaur, they can't defend because they can't leave the maze he's in. Ah, this could be a way to like block or like lock down your enemy's like defenders so they can't effectively defend. Interesting. You know, I initially didn't like the grid that this game is played on, the 5x4 and like the whole placement of sites and stuff. I found it kind of like almost video gamey. And don't get me wrong, I like video games, but I play card games, get away from video games. But I've kind of like, after like playing the game, I've realized like how impactful the grid is. Like the idea of like playing your realm that you're like, that you control and like the worlds collide, your realm versus the enemy realm. Ooh, a Bedrock. And a Mordic Druids. I like them, but we've got a bunch of them already. Actually, a bunch. I think that's just a 3rd copy in total now. But I need that Aqua Core or Aquamarine. You know, it's probably called Aquamarine. Ooh, a Rubble. I actually do like seeing Rubbles because I don't open those box toppers other than the first one. And those always have a guaranteed Rubble. So, you know, seeing Rubble in general is just nice. It's just nice to have. Just so that everyone can play with the Rubble if they decide to be evil people and destroying sites left and right. And a Primordial Spring. I think we've seen this card before, which means we now have a playset of them. Genesis. If you control fewer sites than any opponent, draw 3 sites. Yeah, we've seen this before. Good card. Unravel. Always so nice to see. So pretty. Alrighty, we're down to the last 2 packs of this box. Man, it's crazy. Just like, I feel like I'm burning through these packs. You know what's crazy? I haven't been able to get a single video below 30 minutes. Like, my goal has always been, get it below 30 minutes, get it below 30 minutes. But it's like, I just get too enamored with the experience of cracking packs. I really do. I just like it too much. Flank Maneuver, love that card. Drums of Doom. Now we got a playset of these evil cards. Man, this was Colicky Dragonets. Must be so brutal. You just play Drums of Doom up ahead by a slot, and then you just have anything that comes closer to Colicky Dragonets. You just either move them left or right, or keep them where they are, and just bang, shoot somebody for damage, but it's lethal. So good. So good. Ooh, and a Flame Caller. Speaking of Colicky Dragonets, Drums of Doom, that's what I'm saying, man. The packs have a sense of humor. That pack had no reason to give me a Flame Caller, and it did because I was talking about Colicky Dragonets and shooting little beams of fire. I tell you. Alrighty. Last pack. Quarrelsome Kobolds, Unland Eel, Battering Ram, and A mixed Terra. We will take it. Heck yeah. You know what? I feel like out of all the mixes, mixed Terra might be one of the better ones. Because Earth seems to have a theme of like really high cost baller stuff. And they also have a theme of like ramp cards as well. I forget what the name of them, but like the ordinary minion that just generates you a mana. Seems pretty good. All right, and it looks like that's all we got for this box. So let's just do a nice little fan out of our awesome foils that we got. Look at all these foil sites. Deserts and rivers and a little village in between the two. And then we got our evil Spire Lich that's standing above and away from the rest. A Host Eagle. That's a Bridge Troll. I mean, the Immortal Throne in Explorers is crazy. But then we got ourselves another Twist of Fate. Pillar of Zyros. That's probably a reference to something that I don't know. Pillar of Zyros. A Maelstrom. Pact with the Devil. Another Browse. Oh my goodness. Cerberus in Chains. And a Crown of the Victor. Great pulls. Just an awesome experience. Thank you guys, and good luck in your packs as well. All right, bye.